Literacy in the disciplines. Writing in social sciences. Why is it important to write well? What do you need to write? How can you write it better? What problems do students face with their writing? This video introduces the web-based materials to help social science students with their writing.
Within the broad discipline of social sciences, the focus of our work has been to examine the writing undertaken by social work undergraduates in Hong Kong. That decision has been partly prompted by the fact that the 3 participant universities of this project supporting writing in the disciplines offer social work undergraduate programs. Undergraduate social work programs have 2 strands. One is academic study and the other is practical learning. Student writers produce genres that often underpin the need for the integration of the 2 strands. Assignments that are of this nature can be found at all levels of their study. In Year 1, student writers produce an explanation on the roles of a social worker as they apply them to demonstrate their understanding of the interaction between a social worker and a neglected subgroup in society. In Year 2, students write a simulated case assessment report with an intervention plan. In this genre, the students need to demonstrate discipline-specific knowledge, including theories from psychology, and applied it to understanding and handling a simulated problem case involving an individual or family. In Year 3, in one of their assignments, students apply theories of social work and critically analyze their usefulness in actual casework that they are directly involved in their fieldwork practice. Reflection is another key genre in the 4-year social work degree program. As the program puts a lot of emphasis on training students to become critical and reflective professionals, we found that throughout the 4-year program, students are constantly required to write self-reflection, either as part of an assignment or as a standalone reflective journal for the core courses they have to study. Through talking to social work subject teachers, we have learned that an important part of the work of social work professionals is to record. They keep records of all the interviews and meetings with service users. They write care plans and proposals of all kinds. So it seems that to produce a simulated assessment plan report is an apprentice genre that is highly relevant to help students develop their writing skills for their future professional practice. In our genre analysis for the simulated case assessment report, we highlight language features such as the use of appositives to describe a service user, the use of direct speech, the use of cause and effect in narrating appropriate facts related to the background of the service user. For the intervention plan, we highlight useful language features such as suggestions and recommendations. Our research work, which includes studying subject documents, students' scripts, and talking to discipline teachers, culminated in the writing of a definitive genre analysis document. Based on this document, we have developed a genre guide for students, unpacking the skills and language features underlying the production of this genre.
Students are asked to produce discursive essays throughout their studies, whether they are short pieces of writing or fairly long pieces of writing. In discursive essays, students' ability to analyze an issue and research an issue is tested. So there's quite an extensive research that goes into the preparation of discursive essays. At the end, students will have to look at how to balance their opinion and how to show those opinions in a discursive essay writing and produce their own conclusions. Literature review or employing a primary research investigation of a given issue. So they would employ discursive essays abilities that they have learned earlier in their studies and case study abilities. Through the final year projects, students can show the understanding of an issue and show their ability to critically analyze something that is fairly complex.
Some of the subjects require them to write a case assessment report. For instance, watching a video, knowing about the case, and then formulating a professional assessment on the case and then write the case assessment report. It may also include writing reflective journals, for instance, reflecting on their own personal experience or practice experience as a student worker, and then relate this experience with what they have learned in class or in the subjects. Sometimes we require them to write a proposal, an academic proposal, a project proposal, or doing a group proposal, proposing a group. Of course, as an academic exercise, we also require them to write some argumentative paper, position paper. For instance, whether or not they think poverty in Hong Kong is serious, providing arguments for their point of views.
I ask my students to write argumentative essays. That is, they are asked to articulate the questions to be addressed in their papers and their answers to those questions. They are required to provide arguments to show that their answers are rationally acceptable and that they are rationally preferable to competing alternatives. The purposes of my assignments are three. First, to encourage students to think critically and independently. Number two, to demonstrate knowledge of the concepts and principles of critical thinking as well as the abilities to apply them to real-life issues. And number three, to demonstrate knowledge of the concepts and theories in ethics as well as the abilities to apply them to think through some important moral issues. Some students can demonstrate the abilities to think critically, clearly, and independently. Some students can exhibit innovativeness and creativity and provide new perspectives and ideas in addressing important moral issues.
This video has introduced a number of materials for writing disciplinary assignments in social science. These include genre guides, checklists, and interactive activities. The genre guide gives the different purposes of the assignments, instructions on how to plan and organize your writing, and to develop its different sections. There is also a checklist to remind you of the requirements and help you check that you have covered all the points of content, written accurately and in the required style. The materials also include some interactive activities to help you focus on the grammar and style that you need to use. For example, there are activities on organization, hedging, and referencing, to name a few. The Literacy in the Disciplines website offers useful tools for teachers as well. If you are a discipline teacher, you can make use of the feedback generator with suggested comments to give genre-specific feedback on your students' assignments. This will save you valuable time. Another tool, the Assignment Instructions Generator, will help you develop comprehensive writing instructions for your assignments that will result in well-written student work. We wish you a rewarding experience using the Literacy in the Disciplines website. We look forward to your feedback.